My dearest brothers and sisters. This is Hakann speaking. I greet you in peace and love. In last week's message, it was discussed that a person's attention can empower a god. That's how powerful you are. And that's the reason why gods like having people pray to them or do rituals for them. Your attention empowers them. In spiritual circles, the idea of manifestation is also common, that if you focus on something, you manifest it into reality. Admittedly, there are some caveats to this, including, if your soul or if your subconscious doesn't want that thing to get manifested, then it may not be manifested. But still, there's truth in this idea. Today I want to share another area where your attention can have a noticeable impact. Namely, to an extent your attention can be healing. If you listen with full attention and a loving heart to someone else, and don't give an excessive amount of unsolicited advice or personal opinions, then that is subtly healing to the other person. Indeed, practically everyone likes being listened to in this way. This can be a beautiful exchange and interplay of energies, although it can also be imbalanced if one person always wants to be listened to and is never the person listening. If you're an action and solutions-oriented person, it can be good to realize that listening to someone actually is an action you're taking that is helping that other person out. And if a person vents first, and then later does their own inner observation or takes practical steps, then that can honestly be quite appropriate and helpful. Now granted, it's dysfunctional if a person keeps venting, and never observes what's going on inside them, and never takes practical action. However, that doesn't mean that venting is always bad. And listening to someone vent can be a helpful action you can take, if you feel up for it. Your attention is also beneficial to your own body. For example, your science has realized that there are a whole lot of benefits to be had by doing stretches. Well, part of that is that when you're stretching, you're implicitly paying attention to parts of your body that otherwise you might not pay attention to, such as your legs. Conversely, if a person spends every waking hour playing video games or watching television, then they pay very little attention to their body, and their body often deteriorates as a result. Now, this doesn't mean that you can never play video games or watch television. It just means that it's good to have something in your day where you're paying attention to your body, whether that's walking, sports, yoga, stretching, a body scan meditation or something else. Your focus can even heal unwellness in your body to a degree. I'm not saying that for the average person this is a universal miracle cure. Yet, sometimes when a person is unwell they will be tempted to withdraw attention from their body, because it hurts. When actually, paying more attention would be beneficial, even though it might be painful in the short term. You can remember this via, pain means pay attention inwards now. Similarly, your attention can be healing psychologically. If you just observe whatever comes up, without immediately trying to change or suppress or judge it, then that will create psychological wellness in you over time. Granted, you may have to observe the same thing several times before it's healed, but this basic practice is still very beneficial. You may experience the fear that if you actually observe what's going on inside you, that it'll hurt more than you can bear, or that it'll psychologically destroy you. Almost always that's just not true, it's just an unfounded fear. Just because you experience a fear, just because you think a thought, doesn't mean that fear or that thought is actually true. Still, if that's stopping you from looking inside, then it would probably be a good idea to visit a psychologist or spiritual healer. So, your very attention is healing. You can think of it as, your attention supplies energy that then helps something return to its natural state, which is beneficial. Harmful or painful things are often distortions and aren't the natural state. It can be good to do something every day which involves you paying attention to your body, whether that's walking or stretching or yoga or a body scan meditation or something else. I hope this was helpful. With all my love. Your star brother, Hakann.